Hello, I'd like to introduce myself as Jamie Nowacek and tell you a little bit about me. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my career journey and some of my accomplishments and where I'm headed in my trajectory. So I had kind of a squiggly career. I started off as a histology technician in the pathology space. It was a family-owned clinical laboratory. I moved into manufacturing where I got project management experience and became certified, learned a lot about design transfer, went into software quality EQMS systems and development, got my Six Sigma green belt, and learned more about the Agile framework. I went into an infectious disease company where I did some marketing for laboratory workflows. And most recently, I've been in the software education workspace. Let's dive into a little bit deeper about my histology and pathology experience. So I learned that at the bench and I transferred those skills into the anatomic pathology industry. Is mostly around the clinical application at this time where I jumped full into immunohistochemistry and did some product development and for biomedical equipment. I did present at the National Society for Histotechnology, where I got some great feedback on my presentation and communication skills. I did a publication with peer reviewed marketing literature, and this was in the special stains. I was considered a subject matter expert at the company and made sure that our marketing team had all of the knowledge they needed with our acquired products. And then I moved into quality as a CAP auditor for the entire clinical laboratory. Where I got my design control knowledge is mostly when I was developing pathology products. I also got to know the quality management system process and how to go through the phase gate stages and quality reviews. Also in post-market surveillance with CAPAs, 483s. We did have MDR reviews and supplier corrective actions. I did visit a supplier as a due diligence, and so I got my feet wet learning how that worked with talking with suppliers and making sure good negotiation skills were had in our contracts. I then moved into a manufacturing workspace where I learned a lot about design transfer. So really honed in on those design transfer skills. It was still in a regulated industry. I ended up rewriting a lot of the 13485 SOPs to train the company on some findings from an audit that we had from the FDA. I was able to apply a lot of my skills in the build of materials, validation, statistical process controls. This is where I gained my Six Sigma certification and took my green belt test with ASQ. And I also became a certified ISO auditor for the location so that we could remain compliant. So as I finessed some of my electronic quality management system expertise, I landed a role at Master Control where I was implementing for other companies their document management system. So I used my combined knowledge of being a certified project manager and validation expertise to leverage these software qualifications for customers. This made me a subject matter expert, and I was able to maneuver into product development at that company. And being in that product role, I learned more about the software process and how the EQMS system is built and how it's configured and all of the data applications needed. And I had total product ownership over some of the features involved in that platform. During the pandemic time, which was a large time for change during laboratory diagnostics, I found myself in a marketing role at an infectious disease company. bioMérieux was moving their marketing team from Raleigh, North Carolina, over into Salt Lake City. So this provided me an opportunity to lean back into the microbiology infectious disease laboratory space. I took on a service and laboratory workflow role there where I could visit laboratories and help them with their automation workflows. This allowed me to apply my Kaizen skills and consult directly with customers, which I was very passionate about. And it got me back into the patient space where I could see some of the value add immediately working with the customers directly. Most recently, I've been in software focusing on product role for smaller startup companies. So moving into prototype development, which is a very fast moving and ever changing ambiguous space where you need to come up with requirements, work with customers quickly, and deliver value. So I was able to maneuver into the alpha stage and beta phases for those products and maturing their platform. So my next chapter, I'd like to focus my quality management acumen and get back into that patient care space. Companion diagnostics has really been my passion and my love of patient care, really combining some of the technological advances with digital pathology, but most likely or most recently using my quality-minded focus on keeping the compliance to that skill set. So I know there's some challenges for laboratories combining the research space and the clinical space and making sure their quality management system is up to date with SOPs and training, and that companion diagnostic knowledge and project approach makes me a task-minded candidate with that necessary background to apply that value very early. So my personal growth, I'd like to combine this quality focus from the bench to design control to compliance to QMS and dedicate those skills into the companion diagnostic workspace. On a personal note, I'm a local Salt Lake City resident here, have been for about almost 12 years. I enjoy hiking in the Wasatch Mountains. I enjoy the local Hale Theater, most recently Beauty and the Beast was my favorite. And I'm also an ice hockey fan, which is somewhat unusual, but I enjoy that. And I hope to hear from you soon and look forward to meeting with you. Thank you.